A few years ago, getting a professional website, that usually meant hiring a developer, waiting weeks, and spending way more money than most small business owners actually wanted to spend. But now, AI website builders, they can help you create a real business website much faster without needing to code, hire a designer, or obsess over every little detail yourself. Now, the tricky part is that, not every AI website builder is really made for the same kind of person. Some are better for beautiful designs, some are better for customization, and some are better for getting your business online as quickly and as easily as possible. So in this video, I'm going to rank the 3 best AI website builders on the market right now. But more importantly, I'll show you what to look for so you could choose the right platform for your business long term. And the one that I'd pick first is not necessarily the biggest name, but for most people building a website, it's the best fit, even if they don't realize it yet. So my number 1 pick for the best AI website builder is Durable. Now, the reason is pretty simple. Durable feels built for small business owners who don't want website building to, turn into a giant project. And more specifically, if you're a solo entrepreneur or you run a service-based business, this is the one that I'd point you to first. Because in that situation, you're probably not just, the owner, right? You're also the salesperson, marketer, customer support person, scheduler, and, sometimes the person that's doing the actual work. So the last thing that you really need is a website builder that feels like another full-time job. Now, most business owners, they are not trying to become web designers. I understand that, right? They're trying to get more calls, book more appointments, sell more services, and look legitimate when someone searches for them online. And that's where Durable really stands out. Now, Durable positions itself as more than just a website builder, right? It really describes itself as a complete business builder. And that does matter because when you're a solo entrepreneur or a service business owner, you're usually handling everything yourself. You're trying to get the website live, respond to leads, keep track of customers, send invoices, follow up with people, and market the business without having a full team behind you. So the fact that Durable includes tools for creating a website, managing customers, invoicing, marketing automation, and AI assistance in one platform is not just a nice extra. It's useful because it brings more of those day-to-day business tasks into one place instead of you having to force everything together from 5 different tools. Now, your website, it should help people understand what you do, trust your business, and take the next step, which are all the things that Durable does very well. And it doesn't stop at building the site either, right? Durable also helps people actually find you with built-in SEO tools designed to help your business actually show up when customers search online. And that includes, traditional search engines like Google, but also AI search experiences like ChatGPT, where more people are starting to ask for business recommendations within the platform. And that's a big deal because the way people find businesses is definitely changing, right? It's not just about having a website anymore. It's about having a website that gives search engines and AI tools enough useful information to understand who you are, what you offer, and where you serve your customers. Now, Durable also recently introduced a blog agent, which is definitely worth mentioning because blogging is, one of those things that business owners, they know that they probably should do, but almost never have time for. Now, the idea is that Durable can help create blog drafts that are more specific to your business, your location, and your services instead of, making you start from scratch every single time. For example, if you run let's say a local service business, a small professional practice, a consulting business, or a creative business, or even a simple one-person operation, you probably don't need some, massive custom website on day one. What you really need is a site that clearly says who you are, what you offer, where you serve, and how someone can contact you. And ideally, you also want that site to help people discover you when they're searching for what you do. Now, Durable is strong for that because it just reduces all the friction. Instead of starting with a blank page and trying to figure out every single section yourself, it gives you a very useful starting point fast. And that's really the best way to judge a tool like this, right? Don't just look at, screenshots or marketing claims. Try it with your actual business itself and see what it creates. Now that said, no need to click away right now, but if you want to test Durable at any point during this video, you can go ahead and click right up here to sign up for the free plan. Just enter your business name, choose your industry, and see if it gives you a website draft that you could realistically build from. And yes, if you're wondering, it only takes minutes to get a working site up that you can actually review yourself. Now, Durable, it's not perfect for every situation, right? If you need deep design control, a really large e-commerce setup, or a very custom website, another tool may be a better fit. So at number 2, I have Wix. Now, Wix is one of the biggest names in website building, and it earns this spot because it gives you a lot of flexibility. You can use Wix to build a simple business website, but you can also expand into more advanced features as your business grows. Now, let's say that you start with a basic website. Well, in the beginning, you may only need a homepage, a services page, a few reviews, and a contact form. But later, maybe you want, online booking, automated emails, paid ad landing pages, coupons, customer chat, SEO tools, or even a blog that helps bring in traffic from Google. Now, Wix gives you those tools to grow into those things on one platform. Its AI website builder uses a conversation AI setup where you basically describe what you want, and Wix can generate a complete site with industry-specific logic, tailored copy, and high quality visuals already built in. Now that is helpful if you want AI speed, but still want the ability to customize afterward. But here's the trade-off here, right? So the more control a platform gives you, the easier it is to get stuck and overwhelmed. You may start by trying to build a basic website, but then you're changing fonts, moving buttons, swapping images, testing different layouts, adjusting colors, rewriting headlines, and just wondering if the whole thing looks right. And that's exactly why I still ranked Durable above it. Now, Durable is just more focused on getting a practical, small business website online quickly. Now, Wix does give you more room to customize, but Durable removes more of the friction. And for a lot of small business owners out there, especially people who just want a professional site that's finished fast, less friction is more valuable than having, endless options. But if your main goal is to get online quickly without getting buried in decisions, again, I think Durable has the edge. Now, the next platform here is more about presentation. It's probably the best known choice for people who really want a clean, polished website without, making it look overly complicated. But even though it does that really well, there's a reason that I still have it ranked behind both Durable and Wix. So coming in at number 3 is Squarespace. And I do want to be clear here, Squarespace is still a strong platform, right? If your biggest priority is, having a clean, polished, professional looking website, Squarespace may be a great fit. Now, this is especially true for businesses out there where, the visual presentation really matters, like creative services, personal brands, restaurants, portfolios, boutique businesses, or companies that want a very polished first impression. People judge businesses quickly online, right? When someone lands on your website, they're, asking questions almost instantly. Does this business seem trustworthy? Would I feel comfortable reaching out, booking, or, buying from them? A clean design can help answer those questions in your favor. Now, Squarespace has Blueprint AI, which is an AI website builder designed to help users create personalized and unique websites based on their specific needs. Now that makes Squarespace helpful if you want a guided starting point instead of building from scratch. But Squarespace's biggest strength is presentation. Squarespace can help you create a site that looks polished without, needing to be a designer. But here's why I have it ranked at number 3. So Squarespace, it feels, more like a polished website builder with AI added into the process. Now that is useful, but it may not feel as AI first or small business operations focused as Durable. And that's the key difference here. Durable is ranked above Squarespace because it feels just more focused on speed, simplicity, and helping a business get online without turning the website into a long design project. Plus, Durable has a ton of small business tools that'll assist in helping you grow your business, not just build a pretty website. Now, Squarespace may give the most polished design experience. They're very good at that. But Durable is better for the person who wants a usable business website that's created quickly that can then grow into a full business suite. And that brings us to really the bigger point here, right? Because the best AI website builder, it's not always the one with, the prettiest templates, the most settings, or the longest feature list. It's really the one that actually fits how you plan to use your website. So before you choose one of these tools, let's go ahead and quickly talk about what actually matters. All right, so there are a few things that you should always pay attention to when choosing an AI website builder, because the right choice really does depend on what your business actually needs, right? So first, look at speed to launch. Now, this matters because a website only helps your business once it's live. If the platform gives you, too many decisions right away, you may spend days or even weeks trying to perfect it instead of actually using it to get leads, calls, bookings, or sales. Second, look at ease of editing. Now, AI can help you create the first version for sure, but you still will need to make changes. You may need to update your services, change your pricing, add photos, rewrite a headline, or adjust your contact information. Now, if editing the site feels too confusing, you're going to avoid it, and that becomes a problem later on. Third, pay attention to how professional the site actually looks. Now, your website does not need to win a design award here, right? But it does need to make your business look trustworthy. If someone lands on your site and it feels outdated, messy, or generic, they may just leave before they ever read what you have to offer. And fourth, look at business features beyond the website. Now, this is where things like, contact forms, booking tools, customer management, invoicing, email marketing, SEO tools, and automation can really matter. A website is more valuable when it helps you run the business, not just, describe the business. And fifth, think about room to grow. So you may only need a really basic website today, but later you might want more pages, better SEO, online payments, booking, email capture, or more advanced marketing. Now, the best platform out there should help you start simple without completely boxing you in. And finally, look at how much friction the platform actually creates. Now, this is the one that people usually underestimate. Now, a tool can be powerful, but if it makes you feel overwhelmed, it may not be the right tool for you. The best AI website builder out there should help you move forward, not make you feel like you accidentally signed up for a web design class. So, when you compare Durable, Wix, and Squarespace, don't just ask, which one has the most features, right? Ask which one helps you get a professional website online, keep it updated, and actually supports your business without making the entire process harder than it needs to be. So here's the final ranking, right? So at number 1, we've got Durable. It's my top pick for small business owners who really want the fastest and simplest path to getting a professional AI-built website online. At number 2, we've got Wix, which is best for flexibility, customization, and long-term feature depth. And at number 3, Squarespace is really best for clean, polished design. Now, if you're watching this because, you need a website and you don't want to spend days trying to figure everything out, again, I definitely start with Durable. You can check out the link right up here for that, enter your business details, and see if it gives you a website draft that you can actually build from in minutes. Now, the biggest takeaway for you from this video is basically the best AI website builder. It's not always the one with, the longest feature list. Just keep that in mind. It's the one that helps your business look credible, explain your offer clearly, and start turning your visitors into customers as quickly as possible. Now, if you have any questions for me, or you need clarity on any of these platforms specifically before getting started, feel free to ask in the comments below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. As always, thanks so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. All right, Bruno. Ah, shit. Okay. So mostly good, but there were some issues. So this was fine, this was fine. This was fine. Okay, so at 429, these three were incorrect. So let me explain why. So at 451, you did this right here, the full
figure out
build-up.
every single section yourself. It gives you a very useful
right here?
starting point fast. And that's really the best way to judge a tool like this, right?
That's not correct. So what we want to do is 429. Okay, so what you have at 429
A site that clearly says who
is the full build out of the site, the actual
you are,
AI-generated site.
what you offer, where you
This right here, all
serve,
this stuff
and
here.
how.
All this stuff here needs to go to 451. Would be good to record B-roll of generating a site here. So what you have at 429 needs to go to 451. At 429, might be a good shot to show a full durable service business generated site. So for that, you need this B-roll here. So I'm gonna give you B-roll right now. This B-roll needs to go at 429, the B-roll that we're about to do. Okay, ready? So I'm gonna do it. We're gonna start on the home page. Okay, ready, set, go.